Welcome to Susie Selections. I'm Nick Jones, filling in for Susie this week while on work experience. Firstly, let's fix these graphics. This week is round 19 in the AFL and round 15 in Hampden League football. Brought to you by Sinclair and Wilson.
Are you getting everything you deserve? At Sinclair Wilson, we can answer all of your financial questions, optimise your tax position, and develop long-term strategies which will be very much to your advantage. Sinclair Wilson, for strength in numbers.
First game this week sees Richmond versus Adelaide at Adelaide Oval. Even though this match has been played in Adelaide, I can't get tip against Richmond due to their win against the Hawks last week. I'm tipping Richmond to get over the Crows. Second game this week sees Collingwood versus Carlton at the MCG. Collingwood may have struggled in the last few weeks and not winning, but I don't believe the Blues can defeat them. Pies will get over the Blues easily. Western Bulldogs versus Port Adelaide at Etihad Stadium. Port Adelaide had a comfortable win over the Saints last week, but they had lost Ollie Wines due to injury. And the Bulldogs' confidence will be high after dominating Essendon. I'm backing the Bulldogs to win easily. This is the Queensland Derby between Brisbane versus Gold Coast at the Gabba. This game is a battle to see who stays off the bottom. Well, with only 2 points separating these two teams, I'm going to tip Gold Coast to stay off the bottom of the ladder. West Coast versus Hawthorn at Domain Stadium. Due to Hawthorn losing last week against the Tigers, being behind the tipping, having to take some risks to get back in, I'm picking West Coast to get it done at home. Geelong versus Sydney at Simonds Stadium. Even though this game is a home game for Geelong, I'm going to back Sydney to come away with the 4 points here due to being in better form than the Saints in recent times. Melbourne versus North Melbourne at the MCG. Although Melbourne have improved recently, I can't see them defeating the informed North Melbourne. I'm backing North Melbourne to come away with the win easily. GWS versus Essendon at Spotless Stadium. After Essendon's massive loss to the Bulldogs last week, I can't see them getting over the line against the GWS. I'm backing GWS to take away the 4 points easily. For the last game, even though Freya's form has dropped off in the last few weeks, I'm still going to tip them because St Kilda haven't still hit their form and won't get over the Dockers. First game in Hampden League football is Portland versus North Warrnambool at Hanlon Reserve. After North Warrnambool's impressive win over the Bombers last week, it is hard to pick against them. Portland have struggled all year sitting at the bottom of the ladder. I'm backing North Warrnambool to take home the 4 points. Second game sees Cobden versus Koroit at Cobden Recreation Reserve. This week, the second place Saints will be battling to get into first position, while the Bombers were less than impressive last week and the confidence would be low. Saints easily in this one. Third game we've got Port Fairy versus South Warrnambool at Gardens Oval. After a strong win over Camperdown last week, the Seagulls will be hoping to put that confidence into this week's game against the Roosters. I don't believe the Roosters will be able to defeat the Seagulls at home. I'm backing Port Fairy. Fourth game we've got Hamilton versus Terang Mortlake at Melville Oval. Terang Mortlake will be fighting hard to keep a 2-game advantage in 5th position. 9th place Hamilton will struggle against Terang Mortlake even at their home ground, and that's why I'm picking Terang Mortlake to win this one. Then the last game of the Hampden round is Camperdown versus Warrnambool at Lura Oval. This is a must-win game, and even at home Camperdown will find it difficult to get over the top placed Warrnambool. Warrnambool will be fighting hard to keep their first place over at Koroit, and will be hoping for a big win. I'm picking the Blues to take home the 4 points. Good luck to everyone in their tipping this week. I'm Nick Jones, happy tipping.